It's Friday, 3rd January, and the markets are faced a bearish day. Benchmarks are showing signs of weakness with the Sensex and Nifty both in the red. Some sectors like banking and IT are taking a hit. Stay tuned for the market dynamics unfolded today. The Nifty closed down by 183 points at 24,004, while the Sensex dropped 720 points to settle at 79,223. Market breadth showed mixed sentiment with 2,105 shares advancing, 1,876 declining. Among sectors, oil and gas and media rose 1% each, while banking, capital goods, IT, and pharma shed around 1% each, contributing to the overall market weakness. ONGC, Tata Motors, SBI Life Insurance, Titan Company, and HUL led the gains, providing some support to the indices. On the flip side, Wipro, HDFC Bank, Adani Ports, Tech Mahindra, and Cipla were among the major losers on the Nifty, adding pressure to the market's negative close. The rupee closed at a record low of 85.79 against the US dollar on Friday, down 4 paise, pressured by strong dollar demand from importers and weak domestic equities. The US dollar remained strong, boosted by expectations of fewer rate cuts and a robust US economy. Despite the rupee's decline, RBI intervention provided some support at lower levels. Dabur India expects low single-digit sales growth in Q3 due to weak demand for healthcare and beverage products. Analysts had projected a 4.8% increase, rebounding from a 5.5% decline in the previous quarter, which marked the first drop in quarterly revenue since 2020. Rec Limited reported an 18% YoY growth in loan disbursements, reaching 54,692 crore rupees in Q3 FY25. Renewable energy loans surged by over 58%, totaling 6,314 crore rupees, underscoring the company's commitment to sustainable energy initiatives. The broader markets lagged behind the benchmarks today, with the Nifty Midcap 100 slipping by 0.30% and the Small-Cap 100 declining by 0.24%. This underperformance suggests a cautious sentiment in the mid and small-cap sectors, reflecting some hesitation in investor appetite for these stocks amidst broader market uncertainty. Gold is trading at $2,657, marginally down by 0.03%. Earlier, gold touched a 3-week high, driven by a softer US dollar and increased demand for safe haven assets amidst geopolitical tensions. Despite these factors, the dollar's resilience and robust US Treasury yields have tempered gold's upward momentum. Bank of Baroda reported a robust 12% YoY growth in global business for Q3 FY25, reaching 25.64 lakh rupees crore. Global advances rose to 11.72 lakh rupees crore, marking an 11.65% increase, while global deposits surged 11.82% YoY to 13.92 lakh rupees crore, reflecting strong momentum across key segments. Quadrant Future Tech's IPO is set to open on 7th January, offering shares in the price range of Rs 275 to 290. The Rs 290 crore public issue will conclude on 9th January, with anchor investors bidding a day earlier. Retail investors can participate with a minimum lot size of 50 shares. SEBI has taken action against JM Financial for non-compliance with regulatory guidelines, issuing an administrative warning. The warning pertains to the company's involvement in the IPO of Western Carrier Limited. According to JM Financial's filing on 2nd January, the warning is related to certain regulatory lapses, but it clarified that the company's financials, operations, and other activities will not be impacted. And that wraps up for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest market insights.